Now, Apple stock has been in the news recently for some of the wrong reasons, according to some of the investors in the stock, suggesting that the recent purchase of a slice of the cab logistics company in China for $1 billion was a little bit outside the remit of the chief executive and the board at Apple. Certainly some investors are a little bit disappointed about it, but the stock this week has crashed through $92 a share. Nicole, just take us through the Apple chart, because it's becoming an interesting one to watch.
It's a beautiful chart, actually. Rarely do I see something so classic, so elegant, right, so harmonious a picture. And it's really almost symmetrical, isn't it? Yeah. Right? With this sort of keeling over feel, isn't it? It's been building for some time. At the top there, you've got a spiky head and shoulders. Top is really quite spiky. And in fact, Jeremy, we called that right shoulder. That was when they released some results. I remember clearly doing that. And then we had this beautiful harmonious with the head right in the middle, the two shoulders, the same height, the same horizontal neckline. It couldn't be better. What we've now gone on to do, and this is what we call a fractal thinking, is that we have now created a bigger head and shoulders of a bigger degree, and that's your line you've done at the bottom there, that $92, isn't it? And you can see that our little head and shoulders creates a head of a much, much bigger complex pattern, where clearly on the right hand side you've got a double shoulder, of which the second one is a lot lower than the first one. The first one is exactly on the neckline of the little head and shoulder. It couldn't be more perfect. Similarly, on the left hand side, the higher shoulder is pretty good. It's pretty consistent with the one on the right. The trouble is that the first one it's really rather puny here, isn't it? I mean, it really is, but it's there. And the whole thing takes about the same amount of time. From the central point, which was April 2015, the left-hand side took about 10 months to build, okay? And now the right-hand side has taken 12 months to build. And this week, we've broken below the neckline. Now I need the second neckline. Now I need a weekly close below that. We'll see whether we get it or not, or whether we're going to be, again, another one of these jiggering around a key sort of chart level for a week or two or three even. But I would say, against this perfect backdrop, the chances of a significant rally from current levels is low.
Is minimal, So you would prefer a short position rather than...
Well, I'd be trying to sell it, and so long as we hold sort of below the sort of $100, that's a psychological...
Of course.
Do you know what I mean? And it would be a retracement of the most recent decline, which actually was very much faster than anything we've seen since last year. Yeah, I mean, it's really picked up the pace recently, hasn't it? 2 weeks ago, you saw that big drop from, what was it, 107, 106, down to the 92 level, right? So you can see that the fear is increasing. Well, it's not capitulation, but the fear is people feel the need to take action. And who says he's got no more Apple stock at all? The famous. Thank you.
So he's sold out of this. So you wouldn't go short?
I would go short.
You would go short. Sorry,
I would go short. Yes,
you would go short.
And I would not go long. And if I were holding it, I would think carefully about whether I truly believe in what this company is doing.
Good. Look, Nicole, we've got to leave it there, but thank you very much indeed there for today's Charting the Markets, and you can watch all this again on the IG player. I'll cut up a little bit of the Brexit bit, which will stand alone separately, which is interesting, bearing in mind the recent comments there from Mark Carney. But my thanks again to Nicole Elliott, independent technical analyst.